I think it's time to film William's temper. You got a temper? Really? What's wrong? Are you tired? Want to go to bed? I think you need to go to bed. What? What's the matter? Oh, give me a hug, Daddy loves you. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. They're drier than I thought. They're probably 14%. Nice big beans though. Got a few green ones in. This is the outside rounds and they're always going to be a little bit wetter. But they do look good. They certainly do look good. Okay, so I've got some extraordinarily dirty beans in this bin. The combine is set as tight as I can make it without throwing beans out the back. The problem that I'm having is green pods. Now, I will tell you, these beans in here are probably going to be a good bit drier than I suspected they would be earlier on. I do have a problem though. I left this damn thing out in the rain, and there's no way these beans are 17%. They're just not. They weren't put in there that wet. And this is what it's all about, you know, you turn your kids loose in there. But you know what I'm gonna do, Will? I'm gonna climb to the top of that thing up there. I'm gonna climb up there. You watch this. Daddy's gonna climb the ladder and I'm gonna jump into the soybeans and break my leg. So let's see how high we can go. I used to do this when I was a kid. You know, and now that I'm 50, this is, whoa, I almost fell. You okay up there? You want me to jump? Here we go, ready? Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta be a kid. All right, was that fun? Go ahead, climb the ladder and jump in. You wanna do that? You wanna do that? I think he's thinking no. Like, Dad, you're crazy. I'm a kid, but you're crazy, old man. Why are we, like, zoomed in here? I didn't think there was a... What the heck? We got 4 times zoom. What are we doing here? Yeah, there we go. We don't need zoom for this. All right. So it's official. October has netted twice the amount of rain. Just the month of October has netted twice the amount of rain that we've had since the 1st of May till October. From the 1st of May till the 1st of October, the month of October has netted more than twice what we got all summer long at just under 6 inches of rain. Yep, that's it. Right, Tim? Too much oil? You're sure? We're finally getting this thing back together. Tim was hungry and ate it for lunch. I don't know if anybody's seen this. Broken retaining clips. Where's the other gear for that thing? Is it under there? Oh, here it is. Broken retaining clips for the gears. This gear actually isn't bad other than that broken retaining clip, but you can't buy the bearing or the retaining clip, so you have to buy the whole piece. One of these had bad bearings. They went bad in there. How many are new? 4, right? No, 3 idlers, right?
Yeah, 3 idlers.
And 2 gears.
Yeah.
That's right. So how many viewers wonder what the inside of a grain dryer looks like? I'm inside my grain dryer. This is a 1116 GSI. It can either be run continuously with the heat on, and it will run out. I have a minor blockage there that I have to deal with here pretty soon, but or you can run it in a batch, which means it will heat, dry. It's a timer. You set it by the amount of moisture that's in your grain, and then you set that timer and it'll cool, and then it'll dump and fill at the same time. And that's a very slow process. And here comes Mr. Tim. I need a that fiberglass rod that's over there. I got a blockage I got to fix. So anyway, with that being said, it won't take anything to dig it out. So what you do is you take your little fiberglass rod and you shove it in there if you can. And hopefully you get the pods to come out. Hopefully you get the pods to come out. If not, then you gotta go a different route. If you're gonna watch that, you can. If not, you can move on to something different. But anyway, I would prefer a straight continuous dryer, because it will heat the top, cool the bottom, and then I know exactly what my moisture is going out, which my old one was, and that would be great. Unfortunately, for me, they didn't have one of those available at the time, and I've learned to live with this one. It's okay. I don't mind it. So we're running through drought corn and beans. This is the beans that got burned up with the atrazine, and then I put nitrogen on them for the corn, and then we had a drought, and the beans robbed the moisture from the corn, and the corn robbed the moisture from the beans, but I got more corn than I got beans, so I got to do it this way. And Teresa's over there. She's running the hell out of that Great Plains vertical tillage machine, resizing. We're going over this twice so that the wheat that Timothy is putting in is incorporated into the soil in a very nice manner, and life will be good. Yeah, we're not getting much corn. Didn't expect to after the drought on this field. This is the worst field here. I think this field is like 23 acres, and I will have probably 1,000 bushels. That's it. A very big portion of the field I did not combine. I just didn't combine it. It wasn't worth it. But yeah, I had contemplated running the grain platform through and combining the soybeans along with the corn, and then buying a separator, but the color separator is $45,000 and it only does 80 bushels an hour. So I said to heck with that. Regular seed cleaner will not take soybeans out of corn. I could have combined it with the grain platform and sold it as corn, but it would have took me 5 times longer than it was worth. So I just turned the soybeans into fertilizer for the wheat, and by next spring, depending on what the wheat looks like, whether I'm actually going to fertilize, if I'm actually going to harvest the wheat, or I'm just going to lay it flat and plant corn through it, or beans. Corn or beans, doesn't matter to me. One way or the other, It's coming off of here, let's put it that way.
So you gotta tell them what I did?
Well, let's tell them what you did to yourself before we tell them what you did to the machine, because I think it all ties into that. Because you know when you're not right, when you're not feeling right.
Oh, what, this?
Yeah.
My number one? Oh my god, the color is black.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you, you have to take that off. It is bruised. You got to take it off and check it to make sure that you got blood circulation. Okay. So yesterday we were working on a combine. Nothing bad. Just rotor belt needed to be changed. I was having a little bit of trouble getting it off. That's why Teresa was there to help me get it off.
You're sick.
Oh, I didn't say anything. You were there to help me. That's what a good wife does. Helps her husband get things off. So,
Daddy, you listen to that. Daddy.
oh my God, I got very mind. The hair Filipino thing? Oh, he's so funny. Right, is that what you said?
So go ahead with your story.
Got lost there. What was I talking about?
Something about combine getting off.
Anyways, combine was broke. She needed help. I needed help. I put her on top of the thing, and there's a ladder there. And she went to put the ladder down gently because William was running around there, and she didn't want to hit him in the head and kill him. Because if you just throw that thing over, it's on a cantilever. So anyways, she went to let it down, and where the hinge is, she had her finger, and she was wearing a very heavy gloves, and it almost cut. It almost cut the whole thing off. I was really concerned. Like, I thought I heard it break, but I think it was what I heard was the sound of the gloves cutting. It was gross. I'm sorry, it was really pretty brutal. But anyway, so I had her running the VT afterwards, and you know when you're not quite right in the head normally, and then you add the broken finger to it, driving. How fast were you going? Hey, can I have a milk jug? How fast were you going?
11.4.
Miles an hour. And then it happened. Out of the blue. Like, holy cow, that telephone pole jumped out of the ground, ran out into the field, and she hit it. She hit it.
I couldn't stop enough. I was so fast.
Huh? Drove right into it.
I did.
Yeah, so
I kind of kissed
warning
it.
to everyone.
Yeah.
These telephone poles, they're not as innocent as they look. They can get up and run like really fast and then go back to their hole because it looked like it was never moved. But there's a chunk out of it, and the VT looks like this. Yeah.
I broke this. When I hit the telephone pole.
So what I did as punishment was I went online and I found the parts manual for it, and I made her order the parts. I expected it to be way more money, but you know,
It's not bad.
not bad. A little over 200 bucks, right?
Yep. That's what he
I'm
said.
going to do now is because we're going to be using this thing again today. Yeah, milk guts and talking. I'm going to weld it back together again.
William,
This is
stay
forged-
here.
Get over here, William. This is forged steel, so I can weld it. I'm going to grind it out, weld it up.
William.
William! Grind it out, weld it up, and get her back in the field. This is an odd size, but I do have a piece over there that I have, actually. I'm going to pop it off, cut this piece out, flip it over, so that where I weld, it's going to be about here, and it won't be affected by the U-bolts. It'll just fix it. And then I'll put it all back together again, and life will be good. She'll go back to the field until the new parts come. All right? Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan?
Yep.
Okay, we're on. Barn. Sasquatch crack. Ah! You scare you? What do you got? Your brains all in your head?
So I'm not going deaf down the road with our open cab jack.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yes.
What are they? Deafeners?
Earbuds.
Earbuds. All right, go get her in. Did you put the auger up?
No, I came here.
All right, good. All right, I'm gonna go pick another, pick a combine full, and then hopefully by that time you get back here, I'm gonna make you rush. Rush.
You want me to drop this off, come back?
Yeah, pull it up there, start it unloading into the dryer, come back and get that other green one.
All right.
Take the 4960. Whatever, that's got lights.
Yeah.
Be careful, this bitch is heavy.
I understand that.
Yeah. Don't go full throttle. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. This was vertical tilled the other day. We put wheat in. And I don't know, I want to take a look. Is that yesterday? Day before? A couple days ago. It was VT'd a couple of days ago, not yesterday. Let's see if we got anything going. These beans were so low to the ground that they, because of the drought, it was quite difficult to, let's see, 2 days ago. Here's a little sucker. Here's one. Just ever so slightly, you can see that little bitty sprout coming. Just a tiny, I hope you can see that, but it's there. It's there, that's good. I've got quite a bit of wheat out of the ground, probably 175 acres of wheat that we VT'd in is now out of the ground. Looking good, looking darn good. Teresa's VTing in wheat right now. That field, I just took that corn off of there. That was a succotash field, and she's putting that in the ground. Yeah, that works so good. That vertical tillage machine works so good. We're only cutting the top 1.5 inches, right? So it's resizing these stalks, well, they call it resizing. It's chopping these stalks up. I didn't harvest this. There's corn here. But it's chopping these stalks up and getting them, dirtying them up a little bit. This spot here, I didn't pick it. The reason I didn't pick it was because it would cost more in fuel than it would be anything else. So it resizes the stalks, chops them up, breaks them up a little bit, throws a tiny little bit of dirt up on top of them, works the wheat into the ground really nice. And yeah, let's zoom in on this girl. I know zoom is like a big no-no with these things, but you can hear that thing. It's barely working, that tractor. That thing's 374 horsepower. That's the European or English 8530. They gave them a good bit more horsepower than they did here in the United States, and believe me, that thing is a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse, but it toys with that 2400 turbo till, or turbo max. Works really good, and she loves it. She's doing a great job. William is with her, but I'm going to go ahead and scrape away the top here down to where it isn't disturbed. You see, it's just, that's it. That's a slot. It just moves that top little bit ever so slightly. That's it. There's a slot, and then the fingers kind of pick the weeds out or whatever's there, and throws a little bit of dirt up on it. Is it tillage? Is it not? It is about the bare minimum tillage that you can do to a piece of ground, a piece of dirt. I mean, when I say bare minimum, I mean you cut into the soil that deep and then just scratch the top ½ inch with those tine bars and then firm the wheat seed back in. That's so minimum, it's not even funny. But I like the job that it does. That wheat is going to come up very quickly, and you know, hopefully very quickly, because we're getting late for wheat here in New Jersey as far as I'm concerned. Usually I like to be done with wheat when I used to plant wheat by the 15th, but we were drilling it at 1.5 inches deep, where this is, you know, this is only putting it under the surface, so we get a little bit of rain on it. It doesn't even need rain, it's just under the surface, and it's got enough residue on top that 90% of it will come up, and we're putting 180 pounds on, which is a full 3 bushel 180 pounds to the acre, and turbo it in, and it will turn green. Now, like I said earlier, I do not believe that I'm even going to harvest this wheat. I'm not sure if I am or not. It's all in what it looks like when we go into the spring, and what the price of wheat is, and if I contract any or not. But it all depends on what the price of wheat is and the price of fertilizer. If the price of fertilizer is not down around $600 a ton, this will be, she'll run that machine right over top of it without the tine bars engaged. Just roll it out, flatten it out like a roller crimper, and I will plant corn or soybeans back through here, and that will be my ground cover. Keep the soil cool, keep the microbes happy, and we'll be good. But anyways, I gotta get going. I got 2 wagons full there. I just sent Tim out, and I am going to go pick another 240 bushel, because that's all the bigger that grain tank is, 240 bushel. And I know a lot of guys like, oh my God, my combine's not big enough, it only holds 350 bushel. Well, 240 right there. I like this combine. It's a good old girl. May as well watch her a little bit more. If you guys are confused what vertical tillage is, or suggest that I get something other than a Turbo Max, because a Turbo Max doesn't do what you think it does. I know what the Turbo Max does. I know there's a lot of guys out there like, oh, well, it doesn't turn the soil. Well, that's exactly right. It doesn't turn the soil. It just kind of softens it up on the top in the seed bed. No disking, no plowing, just a VT, and resize those stalks, get that wheat in next spring. I'm hoping that we hit next level agriculture next year with the, and when I say next level agriculture, I'm talking about just the benefits of cover cropping, because this field was not covered. This field was not covered, but those 2 fields up there, they were covered with rye. And all I can say is, if you're not putting a rye or a multi-species cover crop on before you put corn in, you are, well, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not even going to tell you what. I think it worked out really good. For the drought that we had, that is covered, across the road was covered with hay, and that cover, that hay crop, that was the best thing I did, was to kill it and plant that corn through it, because that, I do believe I'm going to get over 200 bushels to the acre, even though we had under 5 inches of rain, from May 1st to October 1st. And that's a fact. So, and it's still gonna push. I'm almost certain I'm gonna keep a close eye on that, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 200 bushel. Hey, right here. Crazy Asian driving the VT. Right here. Back it up. I'll watch. She'll do all right. She hates backing up. You know, I gotta tell you, this works out really, really, really good. Really, really good. Let it go on it. Here she comes. She just drove this thing like 10 miles down the road. It's wide as hell. We got this massive tractor on in front of it. Hey, she did a good job. Love this girl. You know, there ain't too many women that run equipment. Perfect. Ain't too many women that run this equipment, not on YouTube anyway, but there's a lot of women that do. But all these YouTube guys, perfect. All these YouTube guys, eat your heart out. This woman is good. She's really good. And then we got the little man. Hi, little man.
I shot it.
You did a good job. Didn't you guys do a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We got rocks, Daddy. Big rocks.
Got rocks?
Yeah, my watcher. He's like, Mommy, look it, it's rock.
You're the rock watcher?
No.
You're not the rock watcher.
Yeah.
We got to put the last door up in that bin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go home see if I could rush to go to Costco to get his diaper on for tonight.
Oh, he'll be fine tonight.
He have none.
We'll be fine tonight.
No, I'm going.
Go to the motorhome. I think they're in there.
There are some in the motorhome.
I think so.
There's some in
Well, he's a big boy. He can pee on the potty in the middle of the night, right?
No, he don't.
You sleep through it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's
So did you have fun with Mommy? Usually you're with Daddy.
No, he did not have fun with Mom.
You didn't have fun with Mommy?
Because he wanted the phone.
Oh. We need to clean this shop out. It is a dirty, filthy mess.
Tomorrow's job.
Tomorrow's job? No, tomorrow's job. Oh, that thing will blind you. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it did a great job though, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
And did you do the little field in front, right?
Of course.
Okay, I was hoping.
I did everything. They're moving their hay. I don't know what they're doing.
Who's moving hay?
The one next to us.
Oh.
Whoever that is, the idiot box.
Oh, idiot bricks? Yeah.
Alright, so you're taking him home.
Oh, Mommy.